Now, those that have been following me since, for years, um, now, certainly during the last election cycle, let's just say that. And Bernie Sanders was one of the guys that I really ragged on. And the reason why is considering the subculture such as like metalcore, hardcore music, and a lot of those guys that are part of that just were, oh my God, they raved and ranted positive things, let's say that, about their beloved Lord and Savior, Bernie Sanders. And I ragged on him a lot. And pretty much what I said was going to happen did happen. I said that he's not as anti-establishment as you guys think he is. The fact that there were people that had nerve to claim that he was like the leftist version of Ron Paul was just an absolute insult to Ron Paul, because Ron Paul never, I believe he didn't, I think he may have like in 1980 maybe endorsed a Republican president, if I'm not mistaken, but like no time after that, he never did that. Like even of course, when he ran, he didn't run for president. He wasn't endorsing them. And so to try to make that comparison was always crazy to me. But nonetheless, what happened was what I said was going to happen. He bent the knee. He supported Hillary Clinton, went and endorsed Hillary Clinton, campaigned for Hillary Clinton. And that's just what it is. And he's put his followers under this moronic impression that he is this anti-establishment president or presidential candidate or anti-establishment person. And it's all empty words. It's rhetoric. You look at his voting record, and I've talked about this, and I've went through this actually. If you go look at some of my old articles and posts and stuff like that I used to do, certainly in the last election cycle, I'd be just repeating myself at this point. But he generally votes right alongside the rest of the Democrats. The only thing that really, if anything, that would separate him is just that the fact that he's more, from a rhetoric standpoint, open about his socialistic views. But when it comes to how he votes, you people can mention, he didn't vote for the NDAA in the last couple of years. Well, he voted for it in 2014, just as early as 2014. He's voted for funding war efforts. You can talk about him being against these wars in Iraq and Iran, but he's voted for those war efforts and funding those war efforts. He's gripe about defense spending, and he's voted to increase the spending. He's voted to appropriate spending towards those war efforts. He's not. It's just simply empty rhetoric is what it is. Where it's not empty to you guys, because you guys actually believe it. That he can say and put you guys under this impression, well, everybody's against me, the establishment's against me. Are they? And even if they are, maybe it's a case of Stockholm syndrome, because he seems to always, or not always, but for the vast majority of his time being a politician, he supported them. He has supported them. He's been right alongside them in terms of his voting efforts, his voting record. But recently, I believe it was Thursday was when it was. He was so this is after Super Tuesday. And he tells his crowd what I said, that he was going to, exactly what he's going to do. Joe Biden is a decent guy, and I know if he wins the nomination, I will be there for him. And if I win, he will be there for me. So, long story short, if or when he loses the Democratic nomination for president, he will support Joe Biden. A lot of people would argue that he is the most establishment-friendly candidate. Yeah, Hillary certainly was. Can't argue that. So if he was really anti-establishment, right, he would just not support them. He stand on principle, right? And you guys can make excuses for it. They're always going to say it's like the worst of the two evils. He has to go against Trump and all of this other nonsense. That is an excuse. And let me be very clear about that. That is an excuse. That's an absolute excuse. If he was legitimately anti-establishment, he would stand on its principles, and be like, you know what? And that would actually put a dent in the establishment more than it would anything, because he would take his followers with him. Say if he, I don't know, he didn't endorse him, ran as an independent or something of that nature, didn't stop campaigning or something like that, which, you know, probably, maybe, who knows, he probably signed off something. I get a fourth house if I I get a fourth house if I vote for him, or if I not necessarily vote for him, if I support him, endorse him. I don't know. Maybe he signed something off. All I'm saying is that this guy is, objectively speaking, going to support, and has in the past support, the most establishment candidate. He's not principled. Don't you dare compare this guy. How dare you? How dare you try to compare this guy to Ron Paul? Ron Paul was running for president. He, 2012, he didn't support the Republican nominee. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, you know. And I'm not even here to pretend like Ron Paul is just an uber perfect guy. But I would say there has been an anti-establishment guy. And if there was to be one that existed in a long period of time within politics, it's him. It's Ron Paul. It ain't Bernie. That's for damn sure. But again, he's just a guy, a little more open, still statist, still socialistic, still wanting to run people's lives, still wanting to grow welfare statism. Still the same thing that the Democrats want. The other Democrats want. He's just a Democrat. He's a little more open with his socialistic views, but he's a Democrat. That's what he is. No, I don't care if he's running as independent. That's what he is. And because he will, as he's admitting, will support the Democratic nominee, the most establishment-friendly nominee, and Joe Biden, if Joe Biden wins. That's telling you everything right there. He is not principled. And we went through this in 2016, 2015, where you had all of these guys, you know, Bernie Sanders, they're really active on the internet, right? Bernie Sanders supporters, so they keywords and all that, so they'll go find the post, and then they would get in my Facebook posts and my public Facebook posts and my public page and my videos and stuff. He's not going to support Hillary Clinton. You're crazy. He's got a plan. Bow down, supported the establishment. Said he wasn't going to do it this time around. He's already admitted that he will. Now, because it hasn't happened, we can't confirm. But I'm just telling you what the man said. And that's what he's going to do. I mean, we have no reason to believe that he's somehow going to switch that up, considering the fact that he just did it. He just did this 4 years ago. He just did this 4 years ago. He's not as principled as he is, as he claims that he is, or more so you guys claim that he is. And I believe that's by design. It's the nature of politics. Say things. Do things different. Say things. Voting record, yes, you may have voted against a bill or two, but for the most part, you voted right in line with the rest of the Democrats, right? That's what his record says. That's what his voting record says. But hey, he says that the establishment hates him. The millionaires are the billionaires. Well, it's not the millionaires anymore because he's a millionaire. It's the billionaires and the billionaires. Anti-establishment. Get a grip.